except my instrument was rap. And I was told I was allowed to do this as long as I actually did the rap my character was doing. And so I learned how to rap. So I'm going to do 2 songs for you. One I know that I can do, and the other one I don't. And they're both by the same artist. I really like him. His name is Samsa. My favorite rapper of all time. Unfortunately quit, but what can you do? So this first song is called Burfi, B-U-R-F-I. It is a protest song that I feel like is relevant, especially given Ski's earlier one. But it was written back in 2016, and I feel like you could release the same song now and change literally nothing about it, and it would be just as relevant. But yeah, it was made by Samsa, who is a Muslim artist, and Kaigo, I think that's how you pronounce it, who is a Latino rapper. And I'm going to do both parts, and I'm not doing accents. That would defeat the purpose. L-I-double-R baseline train line, purple letter chicken and a double-digit waistline. Stubble on my face light when I'm on a plane ride. People don't want to sit on the same side. What? Look at me, I'm harmless. I'm wearing a tank top. What can I be armed with? You can have the hot seat. You can have the armrest. You can have the bar tag. This is not a bomb test. Soccer mom's nervous when I'm sitting on the flight. So brown that I'm taking it in lights. Hot sauce, white sauce, yes, chicken over rice. So brown, I copy Ellie's of our album. Yes, I listened to it twice. Who got high school parties? Always visited the hike. Mom never let me kick it overnight on a curfew. Mom wanted me to go to Berkeley. Dad wanted me to get into Islamic clergy. Tucker said he'd work me in the diner making burpee. I can't, that's not my language. I was playing Kirby, Nightmare, Dreamland. I was watching He-Man, Eastside, Queens, never talked to the policeman. Please, man. Yo, 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 Bear said that we can. Trying to get it all done within a weekend. See the same dumb up on C-SPAN where the chain can strip the world down like a team can. And it's gone in a flash, everything's solved with a bomb in its blast. As long as the promise of cash is involved, no impossible task. Like, nah, we had no other options with that. Middle East with some PCI one day. Buddy camps on Felicia one day. White punk shooting schools, they don't update the rules because Americans in love with their gunplay. Someday, Sunday, go to church, amen, got into one way. Anybody not on board, our buddy be deported. I want to be great again, do what Trump said. That man has got awful, compares to none. Nothing pot is what makes us American. Still watch during combos, parents judge from our accents. Think where we're done. Think where we're from. Latinos are hoodlums that carry guns, right? Criminals, rapists, selling drugs, right? Stealing our jobs and ain't fair to us, right? Privileged cops who prepared to cuff, right? Hands off, but the cops scared we bust like pow, and it's done, they got nowhere to run, right? One last breath from his pair of lungs from the night he was trying to get his errands done. All hair of the monarch, the pharaoh king, about to diddle in the east like the Arab Spring. It's embarrassing, like fair refugees, huh? I just want a slice of that New York pizza. I've even got a shirt saying I love Easter. I drew a little picture of you on my visa. Oh, great conquistador. More the type to give the mom in the eastern shore. Then a villain on a felony police report. Ain't you heard to polite what you eavesdrop for? Phone tap pat act with a turn of event. Back and turning time back. Make them yearn for the past tense game. Lady Liberty, an urn full of ashes. A term full of fascists. And a cabinet of flammable gases. Burning our flag with alternative facts. Then we turn our back to the masses. Fake news, false reporters. False reporters build a wall on the border with cock and mortar, not law and order. Turn a circus to a theme park. Even if you got a ticket and a green card. America the darling, America the sweetheart. The police state. From the Bronx to the Arizona freeway. Middle East, Russia, terrorism throughway. Mom doesn't know if she should feel safe. Never used to lock doors, now we check the key fob. Now she go to J. Crew, never wear the hijab. Now we make our own chai, never hit the sweet shop. I would think she got bugs hidden in the sheetrock. I don't think I ought to get myself a real job. Too afraid to protest, all we do is read blogs. Never do we bleed out, all we do is treat plots. All it is foreplay, never hit the G-spot. Ow! There you go, that's perfect. I messed up a few times. It has been a while since I have played this character.
Good job.
Thank you. I'm learning.
You got through it.
Okay, so this next one is coincidentally one of my favorite songs of all time. And also one of my favorite just straight up poems of all time. And this one I want to do just because I think it's beautiful. I have not practiced this one prior to stepping out for a little bit a second ago to attempt to do it. And so we're going to see how this goes. This is the song Cuddle Fit. And it is one of his songs that you cannot find on Spotify because he hates me. I was the camera shutter. You were the camera flash. You dressed in camouflage. I wore pajama pants. I was a manatee. You were a cuttlefish. I moved in cavalcades, lumbering. You could choreograph a ballad in the muscle tissue of a subtle twitch, masquerade as something other, make your outer colors switch. I was sculpted out of slave. You grew out of floral reed. I had dorsal flippers who had tentacles and chloral feet and twisted past the crevices that left me by the coral reed, bereft of thought, left abroad. You always acted like you spoke the breath of God. Concrete cephalopod, of course you couldn't let me in. Coagulate your casement when I touch you with my ventral fins. Polaroids with eyes, you had emerald skin, several tints. I watched your so much shimmer when you texted in. I've seen your colors fade. It's me that you lost interest in. Beige or blue at home, but you could toggle through a range of hues, flash an orange smile to a man you were just a stranger to. Never was a creature that you couldn't change into. Nothing complicated for you, mimic octopus, what can't you do? Stage yourself an angelfish, change to an electric eel, arrange yourself in halo ring, conduct a charge of sex appeal. Never knew you would give me voltage or a spark, me a goldfish at the surface. You would puncture through the dark when you were coming. Never knew if you were a dolphin or a shark. When you changed your disappearing act and cast me your goodbyes, I would ask it while you were leaving, you would mask it with your lies. Selected memory, forget the good, remember when I fucked shit up. Hold on to regrets and petty arguments with suction cups. Bioluminescent, you would find me if I tried and hid. Giant squid feelers, venom, lionfish fins. When you pulled your disappearing act and cast me your goodbyes, I would ask you why you're leaving, you would mask it with your lies. Practice master of disguise, don't blast me with your dyes. Ink jet smoke screened me with mascara from your eyes. I was nothing like you. I was colorless, malandrite. I saw us as lovers, not as color-coded data points on some sort of a lab report. I tried to become you. I changed my patterns often and tried to take us back to what we had before. But I could never do it. You could see through my chromatophores, control me with your colors, with a sea cow to a matador. You were a darterfish, face, lip, artifice. Garter snake, skin, scales, face, shape, shift, cartilage. I was the camera shutter. You were the camera flash. You dressed in camouflage. I wore pajama pants. I was the manatee. You were the cuttlefish. I moved in cavalcades, lumbering.